Hi everyone, it's me Saif and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, in this video, I'm gonna walk you through on loop in Python programming. Well, what is that? Loop is used to iterate or repeat a statement or anything to solve a real-life problem. The way I see, loop is the basement of any programming languages. Well, why? Here is the thing. In this example here, I tried to print the word black for 10 times. So I used the print function and write down the word inside the first bracket. And if I hit the run button here, you can see it's already given here that the black is 10 times in my output. Now what if you want to repeat this statement for 1000 times? Or maybe for 1,000,000 times. What if I tell you that you can do that only by writing 2-3 lines of code instead of writing this print function for large amount of times? Well, here you go. So in this code, I wrote down only 2 lines of code by using for loop. If I hit the run button, you can see the black word has given here for 10 times. Now if I want to have for 100 times, let me run that again. So you can see now here I'm having it for 100 times. That's how useful loop is. There are 2 common loops in Python programming. One common loop is for loop, another one is while loop. In this video, my focus will be covering for loop. So let me show you how the structure really looks like. Usually it starts with the word for, then we use the iterating variable. It can be any name, like in general, people prefer to use like I or J or something like that. Then you need to mention that how many times you want to repeat your statement or your functions, whatever you want to write inside the body of the loop. So after that, you need to give a colon and then enter, and then you need to write down some statement or something in the loop body. Okay, so here you go. So in this example, I want to print the word black. So initially I have assigned for, then I consider I as my repeating variable. Then I use a built-in function to mention the sequence, to mention how many times I want to repeat. So range starts with the minimum value and ended with the maximum value. And if I subtract 101 minus 1, then it goes like 100, right? That means I want to repeat the process for 100 times. And the process is what you wrote in your loop body, which is that I want to print this word black. And that's how you got your result. Cool. I hope that's quite easy to understand, isn't it? So let me show that with a few more examples, guys. Let's say I want to repeat a vector, which is a numeric. Let's create a variable or vector, say x, which is here a list data type. And here I have assigned only 1, 2, and 3. So let me run that here. Okay, it's going well. And also with that, let's say I want to write, or I want to use the for loop here. So let me just write for, and let's say the variable name is I in range. Let's say I want to repeat this for 10 times, okay? So 111, and then I need to use the colon symbol and then click the enter. Make sure you remember it. Here, I need to provide some space. By default, it have 4 space, which is a standard way to assign it. Okay, sorry about it. Struggling with my keyboard here for this moment. Okay, good. Now in this case, I just need to write down the print x. So if I write down here print x, that means I want to print the variable for 10 times. Now if I hit the run button here, you can see the variable x is repeating for 10 times. Well, instead of using I, you can use as any number you want. That's what I said. for I number, let's say, let's consider a little bit tricky way, okay? Let's say I want to say for I in x, okay? For I in x, or for number in x. For number in x, that means I want to repeat this x as many times as many number it has inside this variable. So it has 3 variable. So here, when I say num in x, that means I want to repeat this number for 3 times, right? Well, let's forget about num. Let's consider I to avoid any confusion. Let me write down that. So you can see here, well, let me run that, and here you got the output. So you can see here, I got the x variable for 3 times. Cool. Now, similarly, you can do that as well for a character. So let's create a character. Let's say the name is y, which has 3 characters like black, white, and red. And let's say I want to repeat that like the numeric variable. Let's see if it works or not. Let's say I want to repeat that for 3 times. As it has 3 characters, I should be able to repeat that for 3 times. You can see it has been repeated for 3 times. Well, as I said, instead of using I, you can use anything. Let's say I'm using element. And then if I hit the run button, you can see it works similarly. So that's a little bit ideas about how can you use for looping. Well, in the next videos, I'll try to solve, some complex problems using loop. And before I finish my video, if you have not subscribed my YouTube channel yet, please make sure to subscribe to keep connected and to have one video every single day of 2023. Thank you very much.